Hello everyone, it is July 1st, and it is time for my June collection update. Definitely more than I was expecting, I'm not gonna lie. I wasn't really expecting much of anything this month, because I'm trying to focus on the Pokemon card thing, which by the way there will be an update at the end of this. But I ended up finding some movies, and then the Steam summer sale was this month, so that took a little bit of money from me. So I have just movies and video game stuff this month. No CDs, no posters or wall scrolls. But at the end of this video I'm going to do a really quick E3 recap, which, and by recap I mean like a couple minutes, honestly, because there's so much at E3, but I don't want to make this video incredibly long. And then after that we'll do the update for the Pokemon card thing. But we will start off with the movies I got. First off, a movie I didn't expect to get this month. This was actually at the top of my list for movies that I wanted to get from Robin Williams. This was the movie I was actually going to buy next. The Birdcage. Basically, him and Nathan Lane play a gay couple who have a straight son. This is apparently supposed to be a really, really good movie. I can't remember when it actually originally came out. I thought it was in the 90s at some point. Like 96 or something? I don't remember, but it's supposed to be really, really good. So I cannot wait to watch this. This is actually the only movie I got this month that I haven't seen. But I can't wait to watch this, because I got it for cheaper than I thought I'd get it for, too. Then we go on to a series that I finished this month, or finished up to date if they make another one. I think it was 2 months ago I got the very first one, and I've been on a mission to try to find the second one, because I found it originally for $5, and I was actually able to get it for $5, and then I caved and got the third one. I love these movies. Finishing up the Taken series. Got Taken 2 on DVD. Not as good as the first one, but still really entertaining, at least for me. In this movie, his wife and him get kidnapped instead of his daughter. Still a really good movie. I enjoyed it a lot. Didn't even realize, like, I don't even remember 2. I just remember 3. I barely even remember 1 being talked about, but apparently 1's really, really good. And then because I really, really wanted to finish the series, I also got Taken 3. This one I got on Blu-ray because at Best Buy, where I bought it, there was a sale on this Blu-ray, so the Blu-ray was less than the DVD. And I'm like, okay, well, we're just going to do that and get it done. 3 is definitely better than the second movie. I still don't think it tops the first one. I think that movie is... there are no words for that first movie. But basically, his wife, I don't want to really ruin spoilers, but nobody gets kidnapped in this one. And some really bad stuff happens to Liam Neeson's character. Plus Forrest Whitaker's actually in this one. I really did like this movie a lot, and the Taken series is absolutely amazing. And I got into it way too late, but I'm still really glad that I've seen them now. And you know, now I have the whole series, assuming this is the end after 3. But we'll see. I want to watch more Liam Neeson stuff. I definitely need to get Schindler's List. Like, Gangs of New York, I guess he's in too. I might need to check that out. But I don't know. I should watch more of his movies. Okay, so that's it for movies. We go on to video games. First off, before I get to the Steam sale stuff, I did get one accessory. If you remember, I don't know if it was last month or the month before, I got a Game Genie, and they actually had an NES Zapper there, the original gray one, and I didn't pick it up. I didn't actually go back to that place, but I went to another place, and I ended up finding a gray NES Zapper. That works. This works just fine. It's in like pristine shape. Works really well. I'm really glad to have that. I mean, I have Duck Hunt, so I kind of had to get a Zapper. Really good to have it, because it actually looks like a gun instead of that orange crap. So, pretty cool. Pretty cool. Then we go on to the Steam games. I got 10 games, so that's nice. Um, First of all, I got the remastered version of Fahrenheit Indigo Prophecy. It was called Fahrenheit everywhere else, but Indigo Prophecy in the United States, which is dumb. That game is supposed to be really, really good, so I can't wait to actually play that. That's going to be fun, because I've watched some playthroughs of it from people and stuff, and I've been told it's good. I also got the Rainbow Six Vegas games. The first one, I got Rainbow Six Vegas. I'll explain later why I got these two games, because these weren't originally planned to get, but I got them mainly for a video series with my friend, but there were some other reasons that I'll explain at the end during the E3 recap, so that should kind of give away some stuff. I also got Rainbow Six Vegas 2. Really excited to play both of those. I actually had some problems connecting to the internet in the first one. I was able to fix that pretty easily, even though it took a couple days. But yeah, Rainbow Six Vegas. They're supposed to be pretty good, so I thought, why not, you know? I only got those two. They were like, I think it was like $2.50 a piece, so I paid $5, and then I bought my friend them both, too, just so we could play them together. Then I actually got another remastered game, and a much more famous game, I would say, than Indigo Prophecy. I got the remastered version of Grim Fandango, which they announced at E3 last year. I just remember it's like a cult classic game from LucasArts. I've never actually played it, but I have to play it because it's apparently a really, really, really good old school PC game. So I mean, I figured why not? Let's do it. I also got the newest Wolfenstein, Wolfenstein The New Order, the return to Wolfenstein. That's supposed to be really good because I have a friend who got it and he really enjoyed it. It's also got a lot of really good ratings. So I can't wait to play that because I played the original Wolfenstein. That's kind of a bad comparison to make there, but I actually got the prequel to that just came out like a month ago or something like that. I can't remember exactly how long, but The Old Blood, Wolfenstein The Old Blood, which is supposed to be a prequel sort of to The New Order. I don't know what to say about that one because I don't really know. It just kind of was announced, and I'm like, okay. And then the next couple games here are pretty big games from the last year or so. First off, I got The Evil Within, one of the big horror games of this last year. I've been wanting to play that game for a while, so I finally got it, and it was really cheap. And I got the season pass as well, I believe. Can't wait to play it. I haven't really seen a lot of it, but I cannot wait to play it. Another horror game I also got that I have actually heard and seen people play, and I know it's good, Alien Isolation. Finally a good Alien game, you know. But I cannot wait to play that because that's supposed to be really, really atmospheric, so that'll be a lot of fun. Then, one of the games I was not expecting to get this month, I wasn't even shooting for it, but I had a little bit of extra money at the time, so I'm like, you know what, I'll just buy it. I got Middle-earth Shadow of Mordor. I think it's since they don't have the regular version on Steam anymore, it was like the expended, all the DLC basically. Instead of buying it and the season pass, it was just it and all the DLC. I picked that up. I only put it on my wish list like right after Christmas last year because I found out one of my favorite voice actors is Sauron in that game. Plus I've actually heard it's a really, 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 we're talking like Game of the Year. That was what it was. It was the Game of the Year edition. But it was like it won a bunch of Game of the Year awards, so I had to pick it up. Really happy to have that. And then finally, my number one game on my wish list I got again. A game I've been wanting to get, and I wish I would have gotten sooner. It's the newest Borderlands, Borderlands The PreSequel. I don't think it's been quite as highly rated as 1 and 2, but I don't care. I want all the Borderlands because I really like 1. I haven't played 2 yet, which is dumb of me. I have it and all the DLC, and with the PreSequel, I bought it and the season pass, and I'm gonna play them eventually. Maybe for a video, we'll see. I don't know yet, but I'm happy, really happy to have that. Yeah, I love the Borderlands games, Claptrap, all those guys. So, yeah, that is it for the video games. I guess we'll go on to a quick E3 recap, and this is going to be pretty quick. The highlights of E3 this year were definitely Rainbow Six Siege. I watched the playthrough of that. It's a team-based, like a 4-player based, like, siege, like, try to get in, stop the terrorists. Well, it was Terrorist Hunt. I'm hoping 1 and 2 have that, or Vegas 1 and 2 have that. If they don't, whatever. Doesn't matter. But it looked interesting. That's what made me buy Vegas 1 and 2. And I want that game. Also, you know, Tom Clancy's The Division looks really, really good. And I remember when they showed it last year, I really, really liked that, and I've wanted to see more of that. Another really cool thing, I'm not even going to talk about Fallout 4 because I'm not going to say I don't care, but it's not, you know, the big deal for me. Or the new Doom. They'll be cool. Deus Ex Mankind Divided. They didn't really introduce a whole lot or talk about a whole lot other than Adam Jensen's back. I'm excited for that because I really liked Human Revolution. So that's going to be cool. Also, the friggin' Google Glass or whatever the heck it was, demo for Minecraft blew my mind. That was incredible. That was definitely a highlight of E3 just because it was so ridiculous. No Man's Sky, I've fell in love with that game when they announced it last year. I need that game. It is actually my #1 game on my wish list on Steam right now. It's not even, doesn't even have a release date, but I want it. So there's that. Zelda, they announced a new handheld Zelda, Triforce Heroes, kind of like Four Swords, but only with 3 people, totem poles. It's Zelda. Of course I'm going to get it. I can't wait. What else? How about the whole Metroid controversy thing? Because people wanted a new Metroid, and then they kind of get one, but it doesn't have Samus, so they're all bitching about it. I'm like, how about you guys just deal with it, play the game, then you can decide. Oh, but wait, they'll be so biased that it doesn't have Samus, they'll say the game is bad. I hate people that just, when they don't get what they want, people. Mario Maker, it looks amazing, and they had the Nintendo World Championships where they played it with predetermined levels for Mario Maker. That game's going to be awesome. Is it really a game? I mean, you play through them. They actually showed The Last Guardian. Thank you. I remember when they announced that game, I love Shadow of the Colossus. I haven't played a lot of Eco, I need to, but Shadow of the Colossus is one of my favorite PS2 games. I mean, I went out and I bought the remastered version, or the HD version. So I'm so glad that game isn't dead. So glad Last Guardian isn't dead. Also, one of the really important games for me this year announced at E3, probably one of the most important, if not the most important game, was actually Kingdom Hearts 3. I actually forgot to mention it on camera, so I'm recording this afterwards. I am a huge fan of the Kingdom Hearts series, like, huge fan, like, one of my favorite game series ever made. I have played and beaten 2 quite a few times. I think I've only beaten #1 once. I have the HD remixes of both of them. I have, you know, Chain of Memories, and I haven't really done much in that. I have 3D Dream Drop Distance. I have Birth by Sleep. I have 358 over 2 days. I have Recoded. I have every game in the series up to this point. I even have the RE Chain of Memories one. I'm just so freaking excited for this game. When they finally announced it last year, I lost my mind. Like, lost my damn mind. So, I am so excited for this game. Yeah, I think that's it. There is one more game I'm going to talk about. And it, of all the things for it to come from, it came from the EA conference. There was a game they announced there that, like, at first I'm like, oh, this kind of feels like a ripoff of Kirby's Epic Yarn and Yoshi's Woolly World. But then this guy comes out, this Swedish, Norwegian, I don't know where he's from. He comes out and he says, I helped make this, it's called Unravel. I helped make this game with like 12 of us. And then he showed the game. It looked completely different. The trailer gave me feelings. And then he comes out and the guy is just, you can tell he's nervous. Like, you can just tell before. And then he pulls out a doll of the main character, Yarny, and his hands are shaking like crazy. And it just made me realize how much that guy has to believe in the game he made. How much he believes in what he does and in the game that he made. Because he's willing to go and do something that makes him that uncomfortable. He has the balls to go out and talk about it and go in front of, I don't know how many people are in that conference room, and I applaud that guy. And I went on the internet afterwards, and apparently a lot of people kind of their hearts melted for him. A lot of them even said the game could be terrible and they'll still buy it just because of that conference. And that's actually pretty cool. Makes me proud to be a gamer. Because it even came from the EA thing, and people were applauding EA for doing that, and I think that's awesome. Good for EA. They actually did something right. But that's it for my EA recap. Unfortunately, I don't really remember a whole lot else from it. I wish I did. But I guess we'll finish this video with an update on the Pokemon card video. As of the end of June, I am over halfway done getting the cards. Actually, in the middle of June, I hit halfway exactly. And then here, like last week, I bought a couple more packs. So thankfully, I was able somehow to get some of the more expensive ones for really, really cheap. That pushed it forward a lot, and that I'm really happy about. Basically, I only have like I'm doing the first 10 sets, and I'm getting 4 of each of those. I only have 4 of one and 2 of another, and then the rest of them are just single packs of certain packs that I just sort of miscellaneously selected from all of them. So once those sets are done, it'll cruise along, no matter, even if they're expensive, the single packs, because I'll be paying for 1 instead of 4, so I won't be paying like 40, 50 bucks. I'll be paying like 20. So yeah, I am definitely happy. Hopefully, I want to be done by the end of September, because my girlfriend comes out in October, and I'd really like her to be in the video, but if that doesn't happen, it doesn't happen. There'll be some other guests in the video, because I have a couple other friends that want to be there. But we'll see. But my goal is September, but it is July now. We'll see, depending on how well I do this month, we'll see. But that is it for this video. I don't really know if I'm gonna... No, there'll be a video next month, because there is a CD that comes out this month that I gotta get. And then, you know, like I said, weird crap can happen. I don't know if I'm gonna get any video games. I'll probably buy some Robin Williams movies if I have some money, because I'm cruising right along on those. But yeah, that's it. I'll see you next month for sure.